I'm getting anxious already. Yes, psychiatrists get anxious too. We're also human beings, you know. Okay. So, before I start, just a couple of disclosures. I was not a cum laude of our graduating class, neither on the top 100. Probably in the bottom 100 of around 400 medical students. Second, I had 5 remedial exams during my first year in medical school. 4 during second year, 3 during my third year. That's where I got my name, escape artist. So, in fairness, nababawasan naman, di ba? From 5 during first year, and then 5 nung first year, 4 nung second year, and 3 remedials nung third year. Okay. So, why are we talking about depression among medical students? In a meta-analysis of depression among medical students by Putra et al. In 2016, findings from a total of 62,728 medical students and 1,845 non-medical students were pooled across 77 studies. Global prevalence of depression among medical students was at 28.8. So that's like 1/3. Okay. Overall mean frequency of suicide ideation was 5.8%. And mean proportion of medical students who sought treatment was only 12.9%. There's a huge discrepancy. But I won't belabor you with what the journals say. I'll be talking more about what my patients have taught me. I will also be alluding every now and then to my experience of medical school some 26 years ago. So, you may wonder why medical students are at risk for developing depression. Needless to say, it is because you are subjected to a unique amount of stressors. You lack the support system of friends and family, meaning many of you must be living in a dorm, right? Some of you come from the provinces and you only get to see your family during sem break, kung maswerte pa, at walang removals. Time is also such a scarce commodity for medical students. So there's really not much time to go out with friends. Unstructured schedule, especially for clinical clerks. Increased academic pressures, but sometimes we just put it upon ourselves, no? I once talked to a medical student who worried so much about not knowing everything. He felt that he couldn't be a good doctor because he does not know the Krebs cycle well enough. Nakaka-relate ba kayo? Okay. But guess what? Once you are in your private clinics, your patients won't ask you, ano pong grade ninyo sa biochem? Right? I never encountered that question. Okay. So, what else makes you at risk? Or another reason is substance use. And I'm not talking about illicit substance use. You know quite well how much cups of coffee you consume, how many sticks of cigarette you may smoke, or even what a sem break looks like inuman, diba? Okay. Another truth or reality of your life is that of non-nutritious eating. Alam nyo naman, memorize nyo na yung 86236, 7,000, at 9111111. Ano yun? Delivery. Okay. And we have erratic sleeping habits as part of your daily life. When 4 hours of sleep is a luxury. So, well, do you know how it feels to be depressed? In fact, that's one of the biggest mistakes you can tell a person who is depressed. I know how you feel, because you don't really know how it feels. Depression is a very frightening and lonely place. When feelings of isolation creep in, when a grade of 2.5 is not decent enough, okay, you don't enjoy or you don't find pleasure in passing an exam, when you feel restless, or even when you feel slowed down and getting up in the morning is a struggle. That's low energy, psychomotor retardation of depression. When you've read a page for 5 times and you've used all colors of the marker, yet nothing seems to register, okay? That's poor focus, poor concentration. And then again, you feel guilty that your parents have been spending so much for your medical education, when in fact, you were just living their dream, right? It's not your dream. There are others who feel worthless, so much so that they don't want to accept the help that friends are willing to extend to them. And when suicide is the most selfless act for them, when they feel that ending their life is also ending the burden of their family, friends, and loved ones. Contrary to what others think that suicide is a selfish act. So, how do you pick up if a classmate may be depressed? Because you don't really see it, right? You don't really observe it because you're so busy studying and catching up or studying for the next exam. I tell you, when you notice a change in disposition, Like your classmate who was always early for class, who sits in front, no, is not there, frequently absent. When the nerd classmate falls asleep, doesn't care about studying for the exams anymore, those are just some symptoms. When someone becomes irritable, but he used to be very jolly, very optimistic, those are red flags already. So, what do we do? It's hard, no? It's hard to, sometimes it's hard, even if you feel it, sometimes you may choose to ignore the warning signs in your friends because you don't know what to say. Has it happened? Like I might say something worse, but they need you as support system. Support system is a network of people who provide an individual with practical or emotional support. It doesn't have to be purely emotional support. We're talking here about even practical support. So, how do you do it? How do you become a support system for someone who is depressed? First is you communicate your concern. But you don't say, snap out of it. Depressed people are the persons who have been trying to keep it together for the longest time. Depression is the absence of ability to snap out of it. Be both sensitive and persistent. It is quiet persistence and gentle insistence that matters. But how do you balance it without pushing them too hard? Maybe you can ask them, let's have lunch today. He says no. You don't ask, let's have dinner later. Maybe you can ask, day after tomorrow, let's have snacks later. That's persistence and insistence at the same time, in a gentle fashion. Set aside a time to hear what the person is feeling without advising. Listen. Just be there. Just give a tap on the shoulder or hold hands. Make a regular arrangement for coffee, a walk, or a phone call. But you can also ask a person what would be helpful. Remember that in depression, they have lost some sense of control. You ask them what can be helpful for them. You don't tell them, let's jog, or let's go to the spa, or let's drink alcohol. Definitely not. Okay. You also offer practical day-to-day support. You don't really have to talk. Let's just study together. I'll respect your space, but let's go to the library together. And clearly state what you can and you cannot do. A depressed person feels worthless, has low self-esteem, but a little help, can go a long way. You don't have to be there 24/7. Don't feel disappointed if you are not able to fix them. Because sometimes when they decline our invitation, we take the negative response personally. It's not about you. It's about them and their depression. And also remember that things that make some people feel better may not work for them. Of course, we check out suicidal thoughts and encourage them to seek professional help. When there are suicidal thoughts, we walk them to the psychiatrist's office or counselor's office. We don't leave them alone. So now you know how you can support your friends. I want to talk to those who are depressed. Yes. Yes, you. You wanted to be a doctor to save lives. Allow us to save your life. Yes, you might feel like giving up, but take it one day at a time. And I tell you that this experience of being ill, being depressed, will make you a better doctor, an empathic and compassionate one, having experienced pain and suffering firsthand. Yes, you are not Captain America. You are not Wonder Woman. It's okay not to be okay. Thank you.